The money habit that separates rich people from everyone else. Most people think rich people are different because they earn more money. They think wealth comes from a higher salary, a better job, a lucky investment, a successful business, or simply being in the right place at the right time. And while those things can certainly help, they are not the real reason wealthy people keep getting wealthier. In fact, if you study enough financially successful people, you start noticing something strange. Many of them have completely different careers, different backgrounds, different educations, different personalities, different lifestyles. Some are entrepreneurs, some are investors, some are executives, some are creators, some are professionals. And yet, many of them share one specific habit. A habit so powerful that it quietly separates people who build wealth from people who only earn income. And the crazy part? It has nothing to do with how much money they make.
Because plenty of high-income people are broke, and plenty of moderate-income people become financially independent. So what is the habit? The habit is simple. Rich people buy assets first. Everyone else buys lifestyle first. And that one difference changes everything. Now, before you think this sounds obvious, stay with me, because understanding this habit could completely change how you see money forever. Part 1. The trap most people never notice. Let's imagine two people. Both receive an extra $1,000. Same amount, same opportunity, same starting point. What happens next? For most people, the brain immediately starts asking, what can I buy? Maybe a new phone, a better television, new clothes, a weekend trip, a gaming console, a luxury item, something exciting, something immediate, something that creates pleasure today. And honestly, there is nothing unusual about that. Humans are wired to seek immediate rewards. The problem is that immediate rewards rarely create future income. They consume money. They do not produce money. And this is where wealthy people start thinking differently. When many financially successful people receive extra money, their first question is often, how can this money make more money? That single question changes the entire outcome, because instead of buying something that loses value, they look for something that can potentially generate value. And over time, that difference compounds into a completely different financial life. Part 2. The secret of delayed gratification. Now here's something fascinating. The biggest financial advantage wealthy people have is not intelligence. It's not luck. It's not even income. It's delayed gratification. The ability to sacrifice a smaller reward today for a larger reward tomorrow. Think about how rare that is. Modern society encourages the exact opposite. Everything is designed for instant satisfaction. One-click purchases, same-day delivery, buy now, pay later. Instant entertainment, instant convenience, instant everything. And because of that, patience has become extremely valuable. Because while most people are consuming today's income, wealth builders are often investing for future income. Not because they enjoy waiting, because they understand something important. Every dollar has two possible jobs. It can make today better, or it can make tomorrow better. And the richest people consistently allocate more dollars toward tomorrow. Part 3. The difference between earning and building. This is where most people get confused. They believe earning money and building wealth are the same thing. They are not. Earning creates income. Building creates net worth. And those are completely different games. A person can earn $200,000 per year and still struggle financially. Another person can earn far less but steadily build assets. Over enough time, the asset builder often wins. Why? Because assets continue working. Income requires effort. Assets can produce value while you sleep, while you travel, while you take time off, while you focus on something else. That's why wealthy people become obsessed with ownership. Ownership matters because ownership creates leverage, and leverage changes financial outcomes dramatically. Part 4. The power of automatic wealth building. One thing many rich people understand is that discipline eventually becomes unreliable. Motivation comes and goes. Energy changes. Emotions fluctuate. Life gets busy. So instead of relying on motivation, they create systems. Systems that move money automatically. Systems that prioritize saving. Systems that prioritize investing. Systems that prioritize growth. Because systems remove decision fatigue.
And every wealthy person eventually learns this lesson. The less often you must make the right decision, the easier it becomes to build wealth. That's why many financially successful people automate as much as possible. Not because they are lazy, because consistency beats intensity. Always. Part 5. Why most people stay stuck. Now let's talk about the uncomfortable part. Most people never become wealthy, not because they lack opportunity. They stay stuck because lifestyle expands as quickly as income. A raise arrives, spending increases. A bonus arrives, lifestyle upgrades. Income grows, expenses grow, and financially, nothing really changes. The extra money disappears. This process is called lifestyle inflation, and it quietly destroys financial progress. Because every increase in income creates a choice: build assets or build expenses. Most people accidentally build expenses. Rich people tend to build assets first,
Then enjoy lifestyle improvements later. And that order makes all the difference. Part 6. The compounding effect nobody can see. Here's the problem with wealth-building habits. They are invisible in the beginning. For months, nothing dramatic happens. For years, progress can feel slow, which is why many people quit. They don't see immediate results, but compounding is strange. It rewards patience aggressively. The first phase feels slow. The second phase feels encouraging. The third phase feels unbelievable. And by the time most people notice someone's success, they completely miss the years of quiet discipline that created it. They see the outcome, not the process. They see the wealth, not the habits. And because of that, they misunderstand where the wealth actually came from. Part 7. The real money habit. So let's return to the original question. What is the money habit that separates rich people from everyone else? It's not investing. It's not budgeting. It's not earning more. It's not working harder. Those things matter, but they are not the core habit. The core habit is this: rich people consistently direct money toward future freedom. Everyone else tends to direct money toward present comfort. Read that again. Because that single idea explains an enormous percentage of financial outcomes. One group asks, "What will make me feel better today?" The other asks, "What will improve my future tomorrow?" And over decades, those questions create completely different lives. Part 8. The Identity Shift. The final piece of the puzzle is identity. Because wealthy people don't just perform wealth-building habits, they identify with them. They see themselves as investors, builders, owners, long-term thinkers. And identity drives behavior. Someone who sees themselves as a builder naturally looks for opportunities to create value. Someone who sees themselves as a consumer naturally looks for opportunities to spend. That's why lasting financial change rarely starts with money. It starts with identity. Change the identity, and behavior follows. Change the behavior, and results follow. Change the results, and the entire future changes. Final thought. The habit that separates rich people from everyone else is surprisingly simple. They consistently prioritize future freedom over present gratification. Again and again, year after year, decade after decade, not perfectly, not magically, but consistently. Because wealth is rarely created by one big decision. It is usually built through thousands of small decisions made in the same direction. And every time money enters your life, you face the same question wealthy people face. Will this money improve my present or improve my future? The answer to that question, repeated enough times, can completely determine where you end up financially. And that is the money habit that changes